You know, as I told you before, as a girl, them start to get some boobies and some hips, the big dogs, them start looking. Well, these two was called the village ram, you know. Them look like they were from Moko. They were ugly. They weren't too smart too, you know. They were, hey, no disrespect to the Moko people, because there's some smart people at Moko. But you know, I have to give it some context. Family, if it's morning, pull up your Milo. Pull up your fried dumpling, your pancakes, your grits. Pull up your ackee and saltfish and your ham in the corner, your porridge. Mr. Brown, drink up the coffee. You know, perk up your morning. Cause guess what? We got story to talk this morning. You too, family. It's a beautiful day. But let me tell you too, family, I'm still alive. So this morning, I am walking. And guess what, you two, family? The inspiration just flies. And you know when it flies, I gotta spit it out. People, you ever wonder yet no matter what you do, people always envy you? If you do good, they envy you. If you do bad, they envy you. As Eleanor Roosevelt said, boy, damn if you do and damn if you don't. As a boy growing up, let me tell you, I've been through my fair share of health. In fact, I should have been dead already. Dead already. But by the grace of God, I am here talking to you. So I know it's for a purpose. And every day I'm thankful to God that He kept me so I can talk to you today. So this what I'm going to share to you today is that, hey, it might not be for me, you know. And boy, I talk up the things and I share my life story. And it's important to share it. Because I believe this information will outlive me. And also one day it will help somebody else who are going through it. Because let me tell you, we live in a very, very crazy world. We live in a sick world where men's hearts are just desperately wicked. And they will laugh with you and they will knife you. So let me say this to you. I survived a lot of knife, a lot of swords, and I'm still here. Family, Obeah worker couldn't kill me. Obeah worker couldn't kill me. Talk the things them people. Because you see, a lot of times when we have ambition, a lot of times people see our progress, see where we're gonna be. And what them do? Them trying to out the fire early in life. They try to shut it down. They try to work them guzu. And them over upon you trying to take your life early. Because guess what? Them know God out to bless you. People, they say that truth is an offense. Let me tell you people, I learned that the hard way. Truth is an offense. People don't want to hear the truth. And as a little boy growing up, for me, I always tell it like it is. You know, in Jamaica, they said, just give them a piece of your mind. But I have learned as I got older now, the wise man keep the mouth in the mind, and the foolish man keep the mind in his mouth. You know, Donald Trump talk everything without no filter. And sometimes I get caught up in that too. Sometimes you just want to fire off a two, you want to steam it out. Guess what? You offend people sometimes and people get mad, want to kill you. So, as a little boy, I was one of those to just tell it like it is. You know? So, as I mentioned to you in one of my previous videos that my mom had to move towards Kingston because life is rough in the country. We have to sell in the marketplace, we have to hustle. Things were tough. So guess what now? We moved to Papine. And I'm going to tell this kind of story to people because guess what? You see the two Obeah workers, them dead. Them think they could survive forever, but them dead. And because them dead, I just tell you how the things stay. So you or if anybody you know who have been through hell where people try to work some kind of dealerance and Scott stuff on you, bury you down, bury you in a buckle, bury you in a graveyard, so you can't move, you can't strive. Yo, I taught the things them. Because like I said to you before, I should have been dead already, but by the grace of God, I'm still here. So I'm going to tell you the story. Hit up the subscribe button, family. Hit it up. Hit the like button, family. We're working here. So family, I'm by the water again. My mother used to say, boy, dopey can't go across salt water. But this is fresh water. So what me do? I put on white. So when Casper come across the water, they can't see. They can't see me. But guess what, family? We have to talk the things. So family, like I said before, we grew up poor. We never had much. My mom, as a single mother, raised us all by herself. It was rough. And she had to go to Kingston, trying to sell in the market and so forth. I had to help her. Now, when I went to Kingston, we went to this lady called Miss Ruby. She was an Obeah worker, Miss Ruby. Papi name. Some of you might know Miss Ruby and Papi, Her husband was Wingy and both of them dead now, but that's why I taught the things, both of them dead. So my sister family, as I told her before, as a girl, them start to get some boobies and some hips, the big dogs, them start looking. Well, these two was called the village ram, Them looked like they were from Moko. They were ugly. Wasn't too smart too, They were ugly. Hey, no disrespect to the Moko people, because there's some smart people at Moko. But I have to give it some context. How the guys them used to do it, in Kingston you don't have much water, so the man them would wipe themselves up every evening with dry wipe and put on them best clothes with some perfume. And they would go across cast. It's called now UTech. It's College of Arts, Science and Technology. Now it's UTech, University of Technology. And the guys them used to go across there to look at the girls them, and as a young man you'd hear them come back and say, boy, they meet a food and them meet this one and get the number and them are gonna try to hit one up and do them thing, and it's kind of strange enough because hear what? These girls were going for education. These girls were trying to lift themselves up, and these guys were just thinking down there. You see what the thing said? Here are you young girls trying to progress, and these guys just trying to score. This is how it runs back in those days. So my sister had to come through in Kingston sometimes. And like I said, I grew up poor, but I wasn't stupid. I grew up poor, but I hated poverty like a dose of poison. And I wanted to get out. So as my sister came around, the big dog and started to prime up. Yeah, boy. Sister, they look good, and they're trying to make a move. And for me, I have a thinking, although I was young. You're poor. If you have more children, you're going to be poorer. When my mom have my brothers and sisters at me and my mom cuss out. Me and my mom didn't talk for 3 years. People, you can't believe this. I remember when my mom came to my school, I said, Mom, you come to embarrass me. No disrespect to my mom. My mom passed on, and I love my mom to the bones, but I'm giving you context. And I said, Mom, we're already poor. You're going to have more kids now. Then quite frankly, we're going to be poor right now, Mom. Mom, you used to share 3 plates of food and you have to share 4 and 5. You don't think about that? My mom push up her mouth and say, boy, don't have to do it, boy. So this how I thought and how I think as a young man. I assess, I look, and I realize that poverty in many ways is a state of mind. When I saw these guys and I hear them talking now, I'm mad as hell. So I cuss them out and I say, yo, on a big old cruff, before you go find work for do and better on yourself. When you come and look on people's data, want breed off people's data, when you just worthless and cruff, so every day when you get wipe up on yourself and gone to school, go and screw off people's data. I saw me deal with the thing. I was young, but I just tell him like it is. Because when you look at it, the man, and we're just worthless. You're going to tell me that you're going to wake up almost 3-4 times every week, wipe yourself up, put on your best clothes and best shoes and go across the university to sleep with people that to mess up them life? What are you doing for yourself? People, the mother got wind of it, and she's the Obeah worker. And she get paro, she get mad. Look at breadfruit. Look at breadfruit.
Where we no come?
$3.59 a pound.
We are drop off actually.
I hope I'm not boring you guys down because guess what? Put on your seatbelt, we're going to ride. So guess what now? After the mother got wind of that, the mother tell her friend and say, yeah, me hear them boy, you know. Me hear them boy come talk to the boy, them say them come cuss. You see them a cruff and you know, I cuss them out. And you know, so she said, boy, you know what I see, them say what I see in the spirit. The boy that go and go places, the boy that go and do things to help him family. And guess what? The boy that go and pass us, the boy that go and become better than us. And guess what? We have to deal with him. Jamaican people, foreign people, do you know what they mean by deal with him? We have to delete him. We have to get rid of him because guess what? He's too smart. He's showing us up too early. He's making us look bad. So guess what? When you live among people that, after a while, everything they start to accuse you of, they lose the keys, and you take it away. They lose the phone, and you take it away. Water turn off, and you take it away. Shut a fire, boy, because him dead. No, that no in a hit. I better put that in there. But that's what them used to deal with. So everything now they start to accuse me. I remember one of the guys them, one of the son them, woman, thief the woman money, you know. And I tell her, as God as my witness, baby, I touch a woman money. Thief a couple of thousands of the woman that money. And back then, in the early 80s, that was a whole lot of money. So the thief money, because you know, a Obeah woman, she make big money. And let me tell you some man, the whole of them come down for me and me thief the woman money. And God as my witness, friends, family, you too, I've never taken that dollar. And when they're searching for the money all over, they couldn't find the money. What happened is not, no. Boom! The girl jumped behind me and said, yeah, see the money right here, see the money right here. I mean, if we looked everywhere and there's no money, how does money just drop behind me? And they accused me of stealing the money. And I never touched a dime. But as I said, you know, out of chaos comes order. If they don't like it, they're gonna accuse you. And let me tell you, even at my age now, yo, you don't want to know how some people character assassinating me. Because then nothing happening for them. So what they have to do, they have to demonize you. They have to character assassinate you. They have to spread false witness against you. Because guess what? The only way they can eat is when you you know what I'm talking about. So this is how it works. This is life. From once God is about to bless you and promote you, look out for the devils then, man. They're coming. Guns blazing. Okay. Yes, people, I have to put on back my sunglasses. You know, the sun is in my eyes. So I have to put it on to protect my eyes. I want to be able to see for a long time. And guess what? Think I look good too, you know. Supermodel. Yeah. Anyway, never mind. You know, you gotta drop that in there just to burn some of them. Yes, people. So guess what now? After to say, boy, that, hey, I'm dissing her son, and I'm pretending like I'm better than them and Ray and all of them things there. Why, people? You can't make these things up. Obeah did it for real. Voodoo is real. Guzu is real. Whatever adjective you want to give it, let me say this to you, it's there. And it's something that many of us don't talk about in our community. I mean, I keep it real with you. Because at this point, I don't care, because guess what now? Somebody have to keep it real. And I'd rather tell you guys like it is so you can know what you're dealing with and how to avoid it. And this is why when I say some of the time I do not like to be around certain people I know. Because guess what? There's some people who migrate from their countries and they bring the same philosophy here. For instance, if you've ever been on public transit in New York or Toronto or anywhere, and when you have some people like from Sri Lanka and India come through and you smell all them, smell on them. Smell the Dear Lawrence smell and the Scott smell, you know, the perfume, the Wizard perfume or the Lucky Charm perfume. And you know that they know Michael Kors or no Christian Dior smell. You know that some Guzu smell. And they put it on and they come and sit beside you and be like, whoa. But because them in a many gods religion, you know, them have to aisle up the thing, and for them think that. We none of them aisle up things, so I will keep it real with you. Not too much? I know somebody said, why the hell doesn't he get to the point? All right, I get to the point now. So, I woke up one morning. I was going to school and I woke up one morning, people with a headache. Yo, people, I got a headache so big. I got a pain in my cranium so heavy. I don't even know where that pain was coming from. Let me tell you, it was bad pain. Bad pain. I was crying, I was bawling, I was hurting. I don't know where the pain came from. It was terrible pain. So the pain kept going after a few days, and you know, my mom gave me some Fenzik, back what I call it, Fenzik, some Tylenol, all of those kind of pills to subside the pain. It seemed like it escalated the pain in my head. Let me tell you, people, I was feeling it. Yes, people, so the headache was just vicious. The headache was just crazy. So what my mom did, my mom brought me to KPH emergency because my temperature gets so high. So high. And you know, my mom trying to hustle domestic work, trying to sell here and there and deal with her son. And my mom loved me. People my mom loved me to the bones. My mom loved me. And my mom brought me to KPH. And you know, they admitted to, you know, the bed and so forth, and the doctor come and they take your temperature, they give you the medication, they put they give you food with no salt. You have about ital food. When I taste the food, man, I spit out the food. I say, what the kind of hell is this? Because guess what now? They think I have a blood pressure problem. So what happened? They didn't give me the food within the salt now because they don't want to escalate the temperature. So when they check the temperature hit 105. 105, you know, stroke level I get into as a young boy. That's the kind of temperature I went, and the doctor couldn't find any reason why the temperature was so high. So one evening my mom went to work and she came back, and you know, they shift me on the bed and put me to a different bed. When my mom came in and didn't see me on the bed, my mom almost dropped down her jawbone, dropped jawbone. She said, where be Sunday? I just think I died because the temperature was just keep going up and there was no way to reduce the temperature. And let me say this to you people. Every day I thank God for this day. Every day I thank God I can share this story with some of you who have been through hell and don't know what it is. You know, so the doctor, although he's a medical doctor, he looked at my mom and said, ma'am, we don't know what's wrong with your son. We're trying every medical procedure and we don't know why his temperature is rising. He's losing weight, he's not eating. And let me tell you, I look like skeletal. Skin and bones. Bones falling off the meat. That's how I looked. And he said to my mom, this is beyond medical science. We cannot find out what's wrong with this young man. You know, you need to go get him checked out. Checked out is not medical checkout, you know. She needs to go to somebody to find out what is wrong with your son. I'm keeping it real, people. This ain't no joke. I've been to dead doors and came back. So she fly up. Fly up. Fly up don't mean taking a plane. She just call a few friends and say, hey, my son is on deathbed. And I don't know what's wrong. Medical science can't find out what's wrong. And the doctor said, I need to go find an alternative. So she went to, you know, they have the wicked people, Obeah people, them, and then they have the good ones, them, who heal you. So she went to this man. And he said, my dear, bring this fast and rub him up with it. So she come down there and rub me up with some oil. Rub me up with some oil and make me drink some stuff, and me did it. It's like people, it's a miracle. It's like the big old up with them just jump off of me. The rolling car jump off of me. Casper jump off of me. Let me tell you people, I've been there. And let me say this to you people. As my mom came and rubbed me up every day, my temperature start to get back to normal, 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 normal. People, you ever know some people who go to them Obeah people where them have to bath them in some bath with bush and salt and all them kind of thing there. They boil some medicine, you don't even know what you're drinking. They said this bush will heal you. You drink the bush and your belly get big like you're something wrong with you. Or they go down a Marsh drug store. Maybe I don't know the Marsh drug store downtown, Marsh drug store. I hope Marsh don't hear me and say, boy, I look out them business, Cause this is where you buy all the kind of soap, perfume smell, all the kind of fandangles. I know I'm gonna get enemies now because all the spiritual are mad with me now. When you go to them drugstore to buy all of them things there, then you have the dealerance and the Scott thing, where you buy all them things there. It's big business, man. The voodoo business is big business, people. Big business. But let me say this to you. Everyone has to give an account for his own sins. You do not wrestle with flesh and blood, but principalities and powers, rulers of darkness and spiritual wickedness in high places. A lot of people from these countries go down to the islands, Haiti and Jamaica, go see them voodoo priests or whoever. Because guess what? They have to get the thing straight. A lot of these criminals, these gunmen, go to voodoo where they might forget the chicken bath, the pigeon bath, and the goat bath. Why I see a lot of people are getting missing in Jamaica, especially young girls, Why I mean I don't know if it's on that, but boy, it looks spooky for an island to have that kind of small amount of population and so many young girls are getting missing. Me not touch that. But a lot of sacrifices going on. So I tell you, say, Jamaica is in a spiritual warfare. Big time spiritual warfare. Talk the things. Big time spiritual warfare. And let me say this to you folks. Every day. Every day, people. I'm thankful to God. Because talking to you might sound funny sometimes and joking and having fun. But it's not just me, people. I've been through a life where when they see you young and you're ambitious, they will snuff the life out of you. In our community and culture, you have some bad minds, some wicked and envious people. They will snuff the life out of you through whatever means because they don't want you to rise. They don't want you to progress because guess what? They see your future. They see your future, people. But then forget what God say. Who God guess? No man what? Curse. Yes, when God bless you and anoint you, no hell can stop you. And the lady, I've seen how God go and bless me. And God not fully blessed me yet. But I'm keeping it real to you people. You know, people, when I moved to Canada here, I remember one time I went to Caribana and I saw the oldest son. To the mother woman, to the Obeah worker. You know what he said to me? He said, wait, you still alive? People, I'm not making this up. The man said, you're still alive, I think you're dead already. Because he was hoping. All the Obeah were mad at her when I dead already, but guess what? She did. Him dead, the father dead, and many more dead. So you see, God has given us, all of us, an appointed time. There's sometimes in life you have to move away from some people. You have to move away from them. You have to move away from wicked people. Because no matter what you do, them just hate you, them just bad mind you, they just envy you. This is why I said to all of you that I have to go to the motherland. Yes, me know so that's where it originate. The voodoo, the Obeah, that's where it originate. But I just want a different mindset. I'd rather be in an environment where I don't know the language and be at peace than being around wicked people who just envy you for you just being you. I hope this little testimony has shed some light on you. I hope that it will spark a discussion. And I hope it will be healing to you. Family, put God first in everything you do. Put God first in all that you do. Because who God bless, no man curse.